Hi, welcome to my allotment, and today we're going to be picking these lovely blackberries. As you can see, they're all naturally growing here, and we're going to take them home and I'll show you a very simple blackberry jam which only uses probably 3 or 4 ingredients. So if you come closer, that's it, and have a look at this. Look at these lovely blackberries. So as you can see, you've got some very ripe blackberries which are fully coloured and matured, but you also have some blackberries with a hint of red in, which are not fully ripened yet, but still pick those because the ones that aren't fully developed will actually have more pectin in. So let us get picking. We didn't go too crazy, and we've got some lovely blackberries that will be ready over the next few weeks, so you can stagger your picking. So we're going to get this back home and show you the simple jam recipe. Let's go. There they are, and as you can see we've got some darker ones and also some berries that have got some of the red tone not fully ripe because they will have more pectin. So next stage, we've seen it's 750 grams. Normally you want to work to a kilo, but we'll just adapt the amount of sugar we put in. Next stage now is to wash them. Okay, so I've washed the blackberries in a colander and sort of got off any nasties that you don't want in there. Now I've left them in this bowl of cold water for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can add salt to wash them, you can add lemon, or you can add baking soda, whatever way you want to do it. The whole purpose and process is just to make sure they're ready to be the next stage, which is cooking. I have put a plate in the fridge, which is a very important part of the process because you want to test when the jam's ready. I'll show you that later, but the plate's been in the fridge or freezer, or you can use a spoon. Well, a very important part of the process, you've got to sterilise the jars. You can either boil them in hot water, and what that will do will remove the labels and to get off any bacteria to make sure it's nice and safe for use. And another way is putting them in the oven for about 10 minutes. So I may do both ways, I'm not sure, but whatever works best for you. Very important to sterilise the jars in boiling water or in the oven. Right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to put the blackberries into the bowl and we're going to just cook them for a few minutes. Just cook them for a few minutes and turn them, and then we will add the next ingredients. Take the zest of the lemon into the bowl. You squeeze your lemon, get all that lovely juice. There we go. Make sure that goes in the bowl. Just stir in the blackberry. So I've got the jars out of the oven after 10 minutes. Just going to sit them on the side now because they'll be too hot to handle. It's been about 5 minutes now, so now we're going to add the sugar and the lemon juice and rind. We're going to add the sugar now after 5 minutes. So, can I get that in? Okay, that's lovely. We're just going to stir that in. We're going to add the lemon juice and the rind. We're going to stir that all in. And we're going to let that cook. Boil in the blackberries until they reach 105 degrees or 220 Fahrenheit. You can use a special jam making thermometer, but a good way to see that is when they start getting thicker. And then remember I put the cold plate in the fridge earlier? That's another way to test when the jam is going to be set. So I'm just going to keep this going. So remember that cold plate from earlier? We've got it out of the fridge, and the blackberries, if I show you here, are nicely bubbling away. Look at the consistency there. They look nice and thicker now. So I just want to test if they're ready to set. And I'm going to put it on the cold plate here. So, and then I'm going to come back to that in a little bit. What you want is hardly any movement or no movement at all. Look at that. So we know the I forgot what it's called, blackberries are now firm enough to be jammed. So isn't that great? Look, whoa, it's not coming off at all. Another test is if you run your finger through it, you can just see that skin on it? That is set. Brilliant. So I'm going to take the blackberries. Oh, that tastes amazing. I'm going to take the blackberries off the boil now. And the next job is I'm going to funnel them into our jars, which are cool enough to handle now. Okay, we're going to pour the jam in. What we've done, we've poured the jam into the jar and we've left a gap at the top. If you can see there, it's probably about 1.5 inches. Then we're going to put the lid on nice and tight, and we'll do our second one now. Pour the jam lovely into our jar. Okay, that's great, lovely. Okay, and I'm going to just put the lid on that. So, there we go. We have 2 homemade blackberry jam, and we're going to just let that cool before we put it in the fridge. Now it has a shelf life of about 2 weeks, so make sure you enjoy it between now and 2 weeks time. Great on bread and butter for your toast or on some ice cream. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.